Listen to this. In the amount of time it takes me to complete this sentence, 3 people needed blood. The Red Cross says every 2 seconds, someone in the U.S. needs blood. Well, WFMY News 2's Holiday Blood Drive is coming up next week, Tuesday, December the 10th, from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. We'll be at Piedmont Hall at the Greensboro Coliseum Complex. To get you all the info that you need on donations and the drive, Wes Haynes from the American Red Cross is with us. All right, so let's kind of just talk about the donation process as a whole. I think a lot of times people think, oh, I'm going to be there all day, that kind of thing, and it really is not going to be an all-day affair.
No, the reality is it usually takes about 1 hour from walking in the door to walking out of the door.
Okay, and it's one of these things where when you come in, what should you expect to do when you come in there?
Absolutely. The first thing, whether you have an appointment or not, is that someone's going to greet you and welcome you and check you in. If you have an appointment, they're going to validate it. They're going to ask you if you've done the material, and then they're going to move you on to the next step. If you're walking in, they're going to let you know about what the wait time should be. They'll have you read some material, and then they'll put you in line to go ahead and get in line. Once you've gone through that, you'll go to the health history. You'll talk to one of our professionals. They'll do a quick vital check, make sure your pulse, blood pressure, temperature, all good for donating blood. Once they've done that, they'll ask you a few follow-up questions just to make sure everything makes sense for you to donate. Then as soon as they're ready, they'll put you on a bed, and you'll be on the bed for really not that long. Oftentimes it's less than 15 minutes. And then once you're done with the process of donating blood, we'll actually ask you to sit, eat some cookies with us, drink some juice, and make sure you're feeling good before you head out.
That's right. We always love the cookies and the juice after the blood donation. All right. There's always a call for blood. There always seems to be a need. Can we talk about why there's always a need for blood? It's not just like the emergencies and the crashes and things like that.
The reality is blood is always needed. When you think about mothers giving birth, when you think about cancer patients, patients with sickle cell who need a blood donation just to be able to get out of bed, there's always going to be a reason. Yes, we need bloods on the shelves for emergencies. We all saw what happened recently with the hurricane, and that if it wasn't for blood on the shelves, we would have been in a very bad situation. But even barring that, nothing changes for those cancer patients. They're still going to need that blood transfusion on a very regular basis, and we got to make sure there's blood for them as well.
Right. So a lot of folks might think that one of the requirements of giving blood is that they have to be vaccinated or they have to have their COVID vaccine all up to date. So set us straight on what that is.
No, vaccination is not required to donate blood. We will ask you if you've been vaccinated. We'll ask you what you got, but that is not a requirement for donating blood.
Okay, and one of the reasons why you ask them for the vaccination information if they did get it is?
So it's so when we are going through the testing process of the blood that if anything comes up, we can make sure we're matching up with what you said and everything looks right. It's just part of the process.
Okay, so every time we have someone on about blood donation, we usually get like all these questions afterwards, and people are asking, well, am I eligible to donate blood? I've got this, I've got that, I've had this kind of, medical history. How can people know if they are eligible?
Really, if you've traveled a lot, if you got a lot of medications, you have a strong medical history, it's a really good idea to call 1-800-RED-CROSS and just talk to one of our professionals. You can go through whatever your details are. Again, if it's medication, medical history, lots of travel, all of those things would be a good reason to talk to one of our professionals by calling 1-800-RED-CROSS.
Okay, easy enough. I mean, that way they can go down the whole list of things. You can tell them all the different things that you got going on, and you'll know that for sure you're good to go. Of course, folks can walk in anytime to the WFMY News 2 Blood Drive, which is next Tuesday, but they can also make sure that they don't have to wait, and they can do it on whatever schedule they want. They can make an appointment.
Absolutely. The best thing to do if you know you're going to come to the blood drive is go to redcrossblood.org, type in WFMY. It'll bring up the blood drive, select your time, plug it in there. You'll get a reminder about the blood drive. If you have the app, it'll be in there. But that's the best way to do it. If you're not using a computer all that often, you can call 1-800-RED-CROSS and they can schedule you there as well.
Okay, and of course people can walk in, and so they can do it before work if they happen to have a lot of time, or they can do it after work or something like that if they find that all of a sudden they have a little bit of time extra.
Absolutely. We have a ton of staff. We usually move through pretty quickly. If you have a chance to come by, please come on by, and we'll happy to put you through the system.
All right, Wes, we'll see you there on Tuesday. All right, folks, I'm going to give you the information one more time so that you can see it. The WFMY News 2 Holiday Blood Drive. It's our 60th, and we are going to be at Piedmont Hall, which is at the Greensboro Coliseum Complex. We are there Tuesday, December the 10th. We're there from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. We hope to see you there.